Robert Dickson Crane was an American activist. He was an advisor to President Richard Nixon and was the Deputy Director for Planning of the United States National Security Council. He authored or co-authored more than a dozen books and over 50 professional articles on comparative legal systems, global strategy, and information management. Crane was born in Cambridge, Massachusetts. In 1945, at the age of 16, he entered Harvard University to study Russian as the first step in becoming an international journalist. In 1948, he became the first American permitted to study at a university in occupied Germany, having been accepted at the University of Munich. The title of Robert Crane, whose name was mentioned in a tiny section in the article, was to be the first Muslim U.S. ambassador. He was a diplomat who had worked at the White House at the highest level, and moreover, he has served as the U.S. Presidential Advisory. Crane converted to Islam in 1980. Since the early 1980s, Crane worked full-time as a Muslim activist. From 1983 to 1986, he was the director of Dawah at the Islamic Center of Washington on Massachusetts Avenue. In 1986, he joined the International Institute of Islamic Thought as its director of publications, and then helped to found the American Muslim Council, now defunct, serving as director of its legal division from 1992 to 1994. In this capacity, he was the founding president of the Muslim American Bar Association. In 1994, Crane founded his Center for Civilizational Renewal in Santa Fe, New Mexico, where he produced his book, Shaping the Future: Challenge and Response. In 1996, he founded the Center for Public Policy Research located in Springfield, Virginia, with Ahmad Yousef's United Association for Studies and Research, and served until 2001 as managing director of its scholarly Middle East Affairs journal. He then published as head of his Islamic Institute for Strategic Studies and as senior research fellow at the International Institute of Islamic Thought. In 2011, he was recruited by the world's largest think tank, the Qatar Foundation in the state of Qatar, to teach a course on how policy is made in Washington. When he arrived on January 1, 2012, he was reassigned to be a full professor and director of a new research center in the Qatar Faculty of Islamic Studies, entitled the Center for the Study of Islamic Thought and Muslim Societies, charged with studying the origins, state-of-the-art, and future scenarios for the so-called Arab Spring. On January 1, 2014, Crane was appointed Professor Emeritus for 18 months to complete his 4-volume textbook, Islam and Muslims: Essence and Practice, as a model and part of a proposal for a holistic education center to produce edited textbooks on Christianity, Judaism, Buddhism, Confucianism, and indigenous religions by spiritual scholars in these world religions.